What's up guys, it's Angel and it's time I showed you my true self. I'm a green bitch. I mean witch. If you have eyeballs, then you can tell I was inspired by the Wizard of Oz and the Wicked Witch Sisters. So let's get started with this very practical and very wearable look. I had to buy myself some fake talents, and good thing it came with 500 of them because I'll probably run out in like 138 years. I got more hollow glitter because you can never have enough, and also I didn't have red. And some extremely green body makeup. All these things are listed down below in case you're watching this at like 3 a.m. and you're all, yes, I need to be green. I realized that I didn't know how to hold these little suckers, so I added a dot of top coat to the underside of the nail and attached a mini orange stick so that I could paint them with nothing in my way. For my ring and pinky nails, I'm using a white gel polish as my base, and I'm only using gel polish because I have it and I want it to be fancy. If you wanted to do these nails with regular polish, just forget about the gel stops and substitute your regular lacquer. I'll also link a video down below where I did the same technique using regular lacquer. Then I let it cure for 60 seconds in my gel lamp. Now they supposedly cure in 30 seconds, but I just always do it for 60 because I'm a freak. Then I applied a second coat and let that cure again for 60 seconds, and I'm using all one-step gels, so there's no sticky layer to wipe off. These are super easy to use and they're linked down below. To get the witch sock stripe look, I use this fancy as tape holder. Striping tape is a real pain in the ass to handle and is basically demon spawn, so this holder is wonderful. I like to cut all the pieces before applying and rest them on the edge of something. Here I'm just using one of my hand cream jars, and tell me this doesn't look like green false lashes. Then using the love of my life oil slick tweezers, I begin applying the demon spawn, aka striping tape. You like how I'm using green tape to match my skin? It's totally on purpose, not like it's the same roll that's been in this holder for a year. Can we all just take a second to appreciate those that wear their nails this long all the time? Like, you guys are rock stars for being able to do nail art on these things. I thought I was going to be applying tape for the rest of my life. I ended up adjusting some of the tape off camera because I just really couldn't see what I was doing, and I thought that this looked like a little centipede bug or something. Eek! Then I grabbed my fave one coat black polish linked down below, and this is regular polish, by the way. I have a black gel, but I felt like the gel might not stay in place before I had a chance to cure it, so regular polish it is. Then before it dried, I removed the striping tape. I started picking up one stripe at a time, but then I realized I needed to be faster, so I started grabbing as many as I could. Since I was going to be applying gel top coat over the regular polish, before I did that, I let these dry for a very long time, probably like an hour, because otherwise it's going to like bubble up under the gel top coat. Then it was time to move on to our glitter bonanza nails. I chose this red shimmery gel polish because it's named Ruby Red, and I thought it was a sign that it matched the ruby red slippers. I applied 2 coats, but the glitter that I put on top of it is so full coverage, I probably could have gotten away with 1. And you've seen me review this gel lamp in this video, and I am still really happy with this purchase. I love it a lot. And now we glitter the shit out of these. So this technique is called the burnishing technique. You rub-a-dub-dub the glitter into the surface of the nail using a dense eyeshadow brush or a silicone applicator, but I was too lazy to find mine, so I just ended up using my fingers. I dipped the nail into the pot and then just pressed the glitter into the nail with my fingers and then buffed or burnished it in. You kind of just want to rub it in. Make sure to knock off any loose glitter. The glitter should be very smooth to the touch and perfectly flush on the nail. Then you add top coat and cure. Once cured, it looked good, but I was like, no, this isn't enough. I need more glitter. So added a second coat. Some people will say, but why not just sponge on some red glitter polish? Isn't that the same thing? And no, not really, it isn't. This technique makes the glitter so flat with barely any space in between each piece, it looks different. It's more glitter than any sane person should ever put on their nails, which is perfect for me. Before my hand became useless because of the makeup I was about to put on it, I applied these little press-on nail sticky tabs to the undersides of the nails and just took off the little brown backing and had them prepped so I could just pop them on. And now it's time to be green. This was the first time I ever used body makeup like this, so naturally I barely read the directions and just went to town. I dipped a gradient sponge, aka makeup sponge, into water and swirled it around on the surface of the cake makeup, which turned it kind of creamy, and then dabbed it onto my skin. I wasn't expecting it to be this opaque with such a small amount of product. I'm gonna speed this up because it took me like, 10 minutes to get my hand and forearm covered with one layer. And then I applied the second layer and it got really opaque. You could not see my real skin color under there at all. Ew. Okay, this shit is green.
Yeah,
People
yeah.
were like, it's kind of green.
Yeah,
They're not as dedicated as me.
That's green. Did you try that goat soap in there again?
No.
What flavor goat soap was it?
Lavender. Well, I left it there for you to try.
Soothing.
Did you like it?
I didn't try it.
Once I could not get any greener, I did a little contouring because, let's get real, Alphaba is all about that contour life. I used a Morphe eyeshadow palette because it had a few greens and a yellow for highlighting. I used the darker green to contour around the knuckles and down the sides of my fingers to get those bones snatched. I used a little of the brighter green to help blend the dark green and cover up some of the areas that I got a little crazy in and contoured too deep. Eat your heart out, Kim Kardashian. I figured the nails wouldn't stick to the film of makeup on my nails, so I used a brush and some rubbing alcohol to remove most of it from the surface of my nails. And finally, I could pop these beasts on. Since I applied the sticky tabs earlier, all I had to do was press them on, which was very satisfying to all of a sudden have 5-mile long nails. And that completes my transformation into a wicked bitch. Witch. Whatever. I loved doing these nails and this makeup so much that after I was done filming and taking my photos, I probably sat there for like an hour and just stared at my hand. Also, this makeup stayed on pretty good. If you would set this with translucent powder and then a setting spray on top of that, it would barely transfer. Like, I'd be okay going out in public with this and not thinking that everything's gonna turn green that I touch. Because, I need to go out in public in green makeup regularly. And it wasn't terribly hard to remove. I just used soap and water and then a microfiber towel to kind of scrub at my palms a little bit because that was the part that it stuck to and the areas around my nail, but it really wasn't that bad. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and don't forget you can follow me on Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter at @twy_star. Thank you guys so much for watching this, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.